Some stars of a popular auction show took a break at Crossley and never returned to your screens. What really happened to them?
Do you still remember Storage Wars? The show that turned forgotten lockers into treasure chests and made bidding wars must-see TV?
500. Go ahead. 550, 550. I got 500 here. 550, $550.
But not every familiar face stayed with the show. Some stars disappeared suddenly. Health scares, heartbreak, or simply choosing a different path. Today, we're uncovering what really happened to the cast members who walked away, and some of these stories may shock you. Weiss was unlike anyone else on Storage Wars. While others fought tooth and nail over every dollar, Barry was there for the ride. With his vintage gloves, flashy shades, and impressive car collection, he brought style and personality to every auction. Fans loved him because he wasn't chasing profit margins. He was chasing stories. He'd pull a jukebox or antique out of a locker and tell you where it came from, why it mattered, and why it was cool. He quickly became a fan favorite, not because he was the best bidder, but because he was the most entertaining. Barry's charm, humor, and laid-back attitude gave the show balance. He made you smile, and that was worth more than any jackpot. But after 4 seasons, Barry quietly left. No big announcement, no scandal, he just stepped away. Fans speculated, but the truth was simple. Barry didn't need the show. He was already wealthy and had other passions. He loved his cars, antiques, and adventures, and he didn't need cameras rolling to enjoy them. Then in 2019, tragedy struck. While riding his motorcycle in Los Angeles, Barry was in a devastating accident. He suffered serious chest and leg injuries, multiple broken bones, and internal damage that required several surgeries. Suddenly, the man known for his quick wit and easy smile was fighting to recover and walk without pain. Barry eventually reappeared, but not as a regular cast member. His humor was intact, but his energy was different. Maybe he realized life outside the spotlight was exactly where he wanted to be. Today, when fans reminisce about the show, Barry's name comes up first. Not because he made the biggest profits, but because he made people feel good. His legacy isn't measured in dollars, but in joy. If Barry was the heart of the show, Hester was the sharp edge. From day one, he was loud, competitive, and unapologetic. With his infamous catchphrase, YUUP, echoing across auctions, Dave quickly became the villain everyone loved to root against. For Dave, auctions weren't just business, they were war. He thrived on control, dominance, and proving he was the smartest in the room. Every time he outbid someone by a single dollar, you could see the satisfaction on his face. He wasn't just after money, he was after victory. But in 2018, his life changed overnight. Dave suffered a severe stroke that left him struggling with speech and coordination. Suddenly, the man known for his booming voice and iron was fighting for basic functions. While other cast members kept bidding, Dave was in hospitals learning how to recover. The stroke forced him to step back. Rehabilitation was slow and painful, but he pushed forward. Eventually, he returned to the auction world, though not with the same energy or presence. For Dave, Storage Wars was no longer the center of his life. Fans had mixed feelings. Some missed the tension he brought, while others gained respect for the man behind the bravado. His story became less about rivalry and more about resilience. Dave showed that even the fiercest competitor can be humbled, and sometimes peace matters more than winning. Ivy Calvin entered the show like he'd been doing it forever. A former pro football player and MMA fighter, Ivy already knew what it meant to compete. Auctions were just another arena, and he dominated. Known as the King of Palmdale, he had an uncanny ability to sniff out valuable lockers before anyone else. He wasn't just chasing profit. Ivy was building something lasting. His resale shop, Grandma's Attic, became a staple of his story. Every item he bought had a place, a price, and a purpose. Fans loved that Ivy wasn't just gambling. He was building a business and a legacy for his family. As the seasons went on, though, Ivy appeared less. His booming presence became occasional, and fans noticed. Behind the scenes, he was dealing with personal health issues. He also wanted more time with his family. Slowly, his focus shifted away from cameras and toward home. When he did appear, his sons sometimes joined him. Watching Ivy teach them the ropes showed a softer side of the tough competitor. He wasn't just bidding for himself anymore. He was passing on the lessons he'd learned. Ivy Calvin's story is about evolution. He didn't burn out. He didn't crash. He simply chose a different path. And sometimes, that's the bravest choice of all. Nicknamed the Gambler, Daryl Sheets lived for risk. Loud, bold, and unafraid, he wanted the big scores. He wasn't interested in small wins. He wanted jackpots. His son Brandon often joined him, turning their bidding into a family affair. For Daryl, it wasn't just about money. It was about legacy. But in 2019, everything changed. Daryl began experiencing chest pain that escalated into a massive heart attack. Suddenly, the man who thrived on adrenaline and bold plays was fighting for his life. Emergency care saved him, but recovery forced him to step back. Fans were stunned. They had watched him gamble and win countless times, but this was one risk he couldn't bluff his way through. His absence left a hole in the show. Daryl's story is a reminder that even the strongest among us are fragile. For years, he embodied boldness. But life has a way of reminding us that health is the ultimate treasure. Dan and Laura Dodson weren't bidders. They were the rhythm of the show. Dan's rapid-fire chants and Laura's bright energy kept auctions moving smoothly. Together, they were the heartbeat of storage wars. But in 2014, that heartbeat nearly stopped. One morning, Dan woke up with double vision. Minutes later, he collapsed. Rushed to the hospital. Doctors discovered he had suffered a brain aneurysm. Surgery was risky, recovery slow, and the outcome uncertain. Laura never left his side. For fans, it was shocking. The voices of the show suddenly silenced. But Dan pulled through. Slowly, he regained his strength. With Laura's support, he returned to auctions, forever changed but still committed. Their story wasn't about rivalry or money. It was about resilience, love, and the power of partnership. Brandy Pasani and Jared Schultz brought chaos and comedy in equal measure. Brandy was sharp and focused. Jared was impulsive and unpredictable. Together, they were explosive, sometimes clashing, sometimes hilarious, always entertaining. But off-screen, the pressures built. Running a business, raising kids, and living under the spotlight strained their relationship. By 2020, they split quietly. Fans were heartbroken. Brandy spoke later about the painful breakup and her focus on family. Jared faded from view. Without them, the show lost a spark. Their story was a reminder that even the strongest on-screen chemistry can hide cracks behind the curtain. Renee and Casey brought expertise and positivity. Renee was confident, sometimes brash, with a sharp eye for value. Casey was warm and balanced imperfectly. Together, they were a team built on trust and shared love for the business. In 2023, tragedy struck. Renee's father passed away after battling lung cancer. The loss reshaped his perspective. He thanked fans for their support, showing gratitude even in grief. Though they kept working, their focus shifted. It was no longer just about money. It was about legacy. Their story resonated with fans as a testament to love, resilience, and partnership. Mary Padon wasn't like the others. She wasn't chasing jackpots. She was chasing charm. Known from the Texas spinoff, Mary had a gift for turning junk into something special. Fans adored her creativity, lighthearted energy, and unique style. Over time, she appeared less. Fans wondered why. The truth, Mary chose peace. She focused on her online store, her projects, and her own quiet happiness. Her story reminds us that walking away isn't failure. Sometimes it's freedom. Mary left the spotlight, but her charm never faded. Emily Wares joined in season 10, young but already an accomplished auctioneer. At 27, she commanded attention with her speed and professionalism. She wasn't dramatic. She was skilled, focused, and impressive. But her time was brief. After a season or two, she disappeared. Fans speculated, but the truth was simple. Emily stepped away, choosing family and music over TV fame. Her story carried a powerful message. You don't have to stay in the spotlight to succeed. sometimes the bravest choice is to leave. Kenny Crossley brought laughter. With his southern charm and quick one-liners, he turned every scene into fun. He wasn't chasing money as much as connections, joy, and the thrill of being himself. But over time, his appearances faded. Kenny shifted toward his side businesses, stepping away without scandal or drama. Fans still ask about him years later. That's the impact of someone who made people smile. Kenny's legacy isn't about profit, it's about joy. And so, we reach the end of our journey. The stories of Storage Wars cast members aren't just about auctions. They're about life. Barry's accident, Dave's stroke, Ivy's quiet shift toward family, Daryl's heart attack, Dan's aneurysm, Brandy and Jared's breakup, Renee and Casey's loss, Mary's peaceful exit, Emily's choice for family, and Kenny's quiet departure. Some left because they had to, others left because they chose to. But all of them left behind memories that still resonate with fans. Storage Wars wasn't just about junk or treasure. It was about people, real people whose lives changed in ways no one could predict. Which story surprised you most? Do you think the show would ever feel the same without them? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this look back, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And before you go, don't stop here. Click on the next video on your screen now for another story you won't want to miss.